The question of whether Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, could one day become Queen Meghan is a complex and highly speculative topic. While technically possible due to the line of succession, the likelihood of this scenario is extremely remote. This article will explore the various factors that would need to align for such an unprecedented event to occur, as well as the implications it would have for the British monarchy and society at large. To begin, it's important to understand Meghan's current position in relation to the British royal family. Meghan Markle married Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, in May 2018. At the time of their marriage, Harry was sixth in line to the throne. However, in January 2020, the couple announced their decision to step back as senior members of the royal family, a move that became known as Megxit. While they retained their titles as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, they relinquished their roles as working royals and moved to the United States. The current line of succession places King Charles III on the throne, followed by his eldest son, Prince William, the Prince of Wales. William's children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, are next in line, followed by Prince Harry. For Meghan to become queen, a series of highly unlikely events would need to occur. 1. The entire Cambridge family would need to be removed from the line of succession. 2. Prince Harry would need to become king. 3. Meghan and Harry would need to reconcile with the royal family and return to their roles as working royals. Even if these improbable events were to transpire, Meghan would not technically become queen in the same sense as Queen Elizabeth II. As the wife of a king, she would likely be known as Queen Consort, similar to Queen Camilla's current role. The probability of this scenario unfolding is vanishingly small. The British monarchy has a clearly defined line of succession, and barring a catastrophic event that would affect multiple members of the royal family simultaneously, it's almost inconceivable that Harry would ascend to the throne. Moreover, the couple's decision to step back from royal duties and their subsequent actions, including their high-profile interview with Oprah Winfrey and Prince Harry's memoir Spare, have strained their relationship with the royal family. These actions have made it highly unlikely that they would be welcomed back into the fold as working royals, let alone be accepted in the roles of king and queen. It's also worth considering the public reaction to such a scenario. Meghan's relationship with the British public has been complex and often contentious. While she initially received a warm welcome, her time as a working royal was marked by intense media scrutiny and criticism. The couple's decision to step back from royal duties was met with mixed reactions, with some supporting their desire for privacy and independence, while others viewed it as a dereliction of duty. The British monarchy is an institution steeped in tradition and protocol. The idea of an American-born, divorced actress becoming queen would be unprecedented and potentially controversial. While the monarchy has modernized in many ways over the years, such a dramatic departure from tradition would likely face significant resistance from both within the institution and from traditionalists among the British public. Furthermore, Meghan and Harry have been vocal about their desire for financial independence and their pursuit of private sector opportunities. They have signed deals with Netflix and Spotify, launched charitable initiatives, and are developing their own brand separate from the royal family. These endeavors suggest that their focus is on building a life and career outside of the constraints of royal duties, rather than positioning themselves for a potential return to the monarchy. It's also important to consider the couple's own stated desires and ambitions. In their interviews and public statements, both Harry and Meghan have expressed a desire for a more normal life, away from the pressures and constraints of royal duty. The idea of becoming king and queen would be at odds with this expressed desire for privacy and independence. While the scenario of Meghan becoming queen is highly improbable, it's worth considering what such a development might mean for the British monarchy and society if it were to occur. The ascension of an American-born woman of mixed race to the position of Queen Consort would be a significant moment in British history. It could potentially represent a modernization of the monarchy, making it more reflective of Britain's diverse population. However, it would also likely face significant challenges. The monarchy's role as a symbol of national unity and continuity could be tested by such a dramatic change. There would likely be debates about the relevance and role of the monarchy in modern British society, potentially leading to calls for constitutional reform. From a diplomatic perspective, having an American-born queen consort could potentially strengthen ties between the UK and the US. However, it could also complicate Britain's relationships with other nations, particularly those with strong monarchical traditions of their own. The impact on British society would be profound. Meghan's mixed-race heritage has already sparked important conversations about race and identity in Britain. Her elevation to Queen Consort would likely intensify these discussions, potentially leading to broader societal changes in attitudes towards race and diversity. It's also worth considering the personal toll such a scenario would take on Meghan and Harry. The pressures of royal life were cited as a significant factor in their decision to step back from their roles. The responsibilities and scrutiny associated with being king and queen would be even more intense, potentially conflicting with their stated desire for a more private life. While the idea of Meghan becoming queen makes for interesting speculation, it's important to remember that the British monarchy is not just about individuals, but about an institution with centuries of history and tradition. Any changes to the succession or to the rule of the monarchy itself would require significant legal and constitutional amendments, as well as broad public support. In reality, Meghan and Harry's future is more likely to be shaped by their current endeavors outside of the royal family. Their work with their charitable foundation, Archewell, their media production deals, and their advocacy for causes such as mental health awareness and gender equality are likely to be their primary focus in the coming years. The couple has shown a commitment to using their platform to effect positive change in the world. Whether through their Netflix documentaries, their podcast series, or their charitable initiatives, they have the potential to make a significant impact without the constraints of royal protocol. In conclusion, while it's technically possible for Meghan to become queen consort under a highly improbable set of circumstances, it's not a realistic scenario. The couple's current trajectory suggests that their future lies in their independent pursuits rather than a return to royal life. The more interesting and relevant question is perhaps not whether Meghan could become queen, but how she and Harry will continue to shape their roles as public figures and advocates for social change outside of the royal family structure. Their journey from working royals to independent public figures has already challenged traditional notions of what it means to be part of the British royal family. As they continue to forge their own path, they may well redefine what it means to be of royal birth in the 21st century, potentially having a more significant impact on society than they would have had within the confines of the monarchy. Ultimately, the legacy of Meghan and Harry is likely to be defined not by titles or positions within the royal family, but by their actions and the causes they choose to champion. Whether or not Meghan ever becomes queen, she and Harry have the potential to make a lasting impact on the world stage, using their unique position and experiences to advocate for positive change and to challenge long-standing institutions and societal norms. As the royal family and the institution of monarchy continue to evolve in the face of changing societal expectations and values, the story of Meghan and Harry serves as a compelling case study in the tensions between tradition and modernity, duty and personal fulfillment, and the public and private lives of those born into royalty. While Meghan may never wear the crown, her influence on the monarchy and on public discourse about race, mental health, and the role of public figures in society is likely to be felt for years to come.